Well, hi YouTubers, hi. I'm back with 60 books in isolation, and I so wanted to enjoy this book. However, I didn't. Okay, so everyone was talking about this book last year. It's currently recently in paperback. Everyone was talking about this book. It was the book of the year. It became the W.H. Smith fiction book of the year. Okay, The Flatshare by Beth O'Leary, debut novel, and here we go. Tiffany and Leon share a bed. Tiffany and Leon have never met. Okay, right. Let me read the blurb. Okay. Right. Tiffany and Leon share a flat, share a bed, have never met. Their friends think they're crazy, but it's the perfect solution. Night worker Leon occupies a one-bed flat while Tiffany's at work in the day, and she has the run of the place the rest of the time. With obsessive ex-boyfriends, demanding clients at work, wrongly imprisoned brothers, and of course the fact that they still haven't met yet. They're about to discover that if you want to feel at home, you need to throw the rule book out of the window. Okay. Right, yes. Right. So basically, Tiffany is she is creative, she's an artist, she works for, actually I'll read this bit here. This is when, and she's got the money. This is a bit here, okay? Right. I love working here. It's the only possible explanation for the fact I've been an assistant editor for 3.5 years, earning below the London living wage, and have made no attempt to rectify the situation by, say, applying for a job at a publishing house that actually makes money. Gertie likes to tell me that I lack ambition, but it isn't really that. I just love this stuff. As a child, I spent my days reading or tinkering with my toys till they suited me better. Dip dyeing Barbie's hair, pimping up the JCB truck, and now I read and craft for a living. Well, I'm not really living as such, bit of money, just about enough to pay tax. Yes, here you go. Yes, so she is a lowly paid assistant editor for a craft magazine, if you will, okay? So, yes, so she doesn't really make a lot of money, and basically she's just broken up with her boyfriend, and it's not going well for her. So she kind of hears about Leon, and they share a flat bed, and take it from there. Take it from there. Now, the biggest issue with this, sorry, biggest issue with this is not just the fact that, but it's way okay. It kind of shows the author's mentality, if you will, because everyone, basically, Tiffany gets a narration. She writes from the first person narrative, okay? Like, because it is for desperation, it makes it very much more open-minded. She gets the first person narration, okay? This is what Leon gets. They alternate between the chapters, okay? Imagine an entire book like this. Holly, why didn't you answer? Isn't that rude? What if it was your girlfriend with the short hair? Dr. Patel, what's rude is leaving your mobile and now doing a ward round, though I'm surprised whoever it was ringing him at this hour. I glanced at me, half irritable, half amused. Dr. Patel, you may have noticed that Leon is not a big talker, Holly. Leans in conspiratorially. Leans in conspiratorial. The entire Leon segment is basically written like a script. Like that. Yeah. It is written like that. So, now, I know a lot of authors who alternate between the narrative voices, and sometimes they don't get it right, but sometimes they do. A lot of them or have two authors, male and female authors, working together. Essentially, Leon has been denied a narrative prose, if you will, for what you like to call text talk. It's text talk. And that infuriated me. It absolutely infuriated me. It just felt lazy, okay? Now, struck up the narrative voices, that's fine, okay? Two characters, two different voices. And there's very few authors who can nail it perfectly. A really good one is Millie Johnson. She come up with multiple characters and make their different narrative voices sound so different that they don't never really blend into one. This book lacks that tact. This book lacks that. Okay, so Leon is he works in a hospice with obviously people who are sick or dying, and that's a credit to it. And he needs extra money because his brother's been wrongfully imprisoned, and that's why he needs extra money to give to his brother for the whole kind of flat share. Leon also has a girlfriend who um they don't, I don't know, it's what is it, they've been together for a while, but they don't really seem to kind of be getting on it brilliantly ever since his brother's been in prison. Okay, right. Again, another. This is from the Leon chapter, and it's Kate, the girlfriend. Kay, she's ideal. Am I doing something so bink on the bus? There's just slow blinks, which are really just short naps. Me, really, not annoying. Kay, sounding irritated. Does that matter? She'll be keen and tired and she can move in immediately. If you determined to do this, and you should expect much better than that. Me. She wasn't bothered by the weird man at living at flat 5 or the Fox family. Slight pause. She mentioned it either being a problem. Right. Is this someone that's describing a protagonist? Okay. She's quirky, large in life. She's basically wearing these big horn-rimmed sunglasses, even though it's basically still winter. Has painted flowers over her books. But the point is that she's skinned and happy to find a room this cheap. Large in life is Kay speaking for overweight. Wish you wouldn't say things like that. Oh yes, Kay, not Kay, sorry, Tiffany. Tiffany is basically described as she's larger, okay? She's tall, she's stocky, okay? And so she has issues regarding her appearance, okay? Also, it was kind of typical for if you look a particular way. And she's described as, the way she describes herself, she's like a magical dream girl with a lot of issues. Essentially, her ex-boyfriend was mentally, emotionally abusive to her. And she struggles with kind of that department because he keeps kind of showing up and basically stalking her. Which, can I just say, I actually like that point of the narration. I like that part of it. Domestic abuse or psychological abuse is not really covered that well in a lot of fiction. And one thing I do give Beth O'Leary is that she covers that quite well. How someone can get into your head, destroy your confidence, won't get out of your head, and basically won't let you go, even though they've apparently moved on. Okay? So, and with the boyfriend, from Tiffany's point of view, she's uncertain about it. But him, the ex, is like a power trip. Okay? It's like a whole power trip to him. So, and I will give her some respect for nailing that very, very well. I like that side of the narration because that's not explored a lot in fiction. That's a good part of this book. Okay? So, applause to you for that. I like that. However, there's a bit more like this. Okay? It also kind of shows in knitting as well what social media can do. Now, when Leon, he's been given these scarves by one of his clients, his patients, who has taken up knitting, and they at the time Leon is looking for a man that this individual fell in love with. Okay, Mr. Pryor fell in love with when they were serving together, and he's looking for him, trying to find the right one, if you will. They want to reconnect. Okay, because Mr. Pryor is actually quite sick. So, but it kind of shows, and I don't know why, this kind of made me happy in a way, okay? Here you go. Is that Tiffany finds some scarves that Mr. Pryor's made, and basically says he's worth a fortune putting up on eBay kind of thing. And from that, it kind of launches into this kind of like Instagram, for this author, kind of like Instagram fame, which how knitting can kind of help you out. Knitting is now the new adult colouring, if you will. Okay, so, here you go. I passed Tiffany's letter to matron, who gives me the all clear to offer Mr. Pride the opportunity to knit for Tiffany's book, or crochet. I'm extremely unclear on the difference. No doubt Tiffany will write me a lovely long note at some point, with detailed explanation, unprompted. She has a lengthy explanation. Why use one clause when you can use 5? Strange, ridiculous, hilarious woman. One night later, Mr. Pryor's got 2 hats done already. They look hat-like and waist. I'm assuming that's all as it should be. Okay? Yeah, at this point, Tiffany and Leon are communicating through post-it notes. Okay, now I actually like this part of this book because I'm going to show you something. Okay, my mum made this for me. I'm going to show you this. Okay, since it's knitting and crocheting, look at this. My mum, I never showed this on camera before. My mum made me this blanket. Isn't it great? She made me this. The colours of the Pride flag. That's for my mum. Gorgeous, isn't it? At the end of this, I'm going to lay it out in the bed and show a proper picture of it. Okay, but my mum made this for me, so I understand from having a mother who's a crocheter or knitter, how it's good for your mental health. My mum makes these for people. She doesn't make them to sell. She makes them to give as gifts. Okay, so and just by putting it out, I scattered some dust. I'm sorry, but I need to actually dust this room. So. Now, another thing though I didn't really like, and I'll be truly honest here, is that Tiffany, the magical pixie dream girl, she has a very, very high-powered friend who's a lawyer, okay? Now, Leon's brother is in jail, okay? And I'm going to read this bit here, okay? Right. In this bit, just kind of irked me slightly, okay? This bit here, okay? This is when, Tiffany is talking to Richie, okay? Aren't you going to see what I'm in for, Tiffany? No, I say, you're taken aback. Do you want to tell me? Yeah, a bit, but normally people ask. I shrug. It's not my place to judge. You're Leon's brother, and you've arranged to talk to him. And anyway, we were talking about how horrible prison is, and that's true regardless of what you did. Everyone knows prisons don't work, right? I mean, oh, right, I mean, do they? Oh, sure, more silence. Okay, Tiffany just said to a guy in prison, prisons don't work. Do you understand that? That sounds just a bit, what the hell? Yeah, so, prisons don't work. What does that even mean, prisons don't work? So, she doesn't even know what Richie did, or, but she's like, well, prisons don't work. Basically, I think in her mind, Tiffany is kind of like, really kind of I think in her own head she's the magical pixie dream girl, but at times she does come across like a bit like a judgmental cow. Take someone in prison, prisons don't work, and yet her friend is even worse. Okay, her friend is even worse. Okay, um, this is when talking about her friend Gertie. Okay, right, this I just couldn't stand it was just thrown in. Okay, right, you hate me, don't you? I'm top of your hate list right now. Gertie, it's my one line and you've ruined it, so yes, you have climbed past Donald Trump and that Uber driver I sometimes get who hums for the whole journey. Shit, things are not going well. In that special case, you did for free or for less money or whatever. Gertie paused. Where's this going, Tiff? There's a couple of jabs at Donald Trump in this book, which I thought was like, you're like, really? They don't have to be there. Why are they there? It's kind of pathetic that they're there. So, yeah. Yeah, it's like, yes, we get it. Everyone hates Trump. Okay? Everyone hates Trump. We got it. Got it. Okay. So Tiffany and Leon finally meet in Brighton. Okay, they finally meet in Brighton, and they absolutely connect. And they start to really kind of like each other and kind of take it from there. Oh, and Tiffany almost drowns. Okay, because she's not a brilliant swimmer. And Leon stays alive, and people start giving them free shit, and they kind of like kind of really kind of bond from there. Okay. And there's this bit here, okay, with and this one thing that actually once again I did like about this book. It's just when Tiffany's open up about her ex. Okay. Remember being really happy with him, I say, as well as being, really bloody miserable. It wasn't horrible to you all the time, Gertie begins. It would have been able to keep you with him if he was, Mo goes on. He knew that. He's a smart guy, Tiff. He knew how to play you. Mo, no offence, I winced at the choice of words. But I think we were happy together once. I don't know why this feels important. I don't like the thought of seeing everyone seeing me in that relationship. I think I was an idiot for being with someone who treated me that way. Sure, Mo nodded, especially at the start. Yeah, I actually like that. So that's the thing. I find this book really, really frustrating because of Leon's narrative. Okay, Leon's narrative structure. The fact is that the storyline with Mr. Pryor, where Leon is also spending his time trying to track down that Mr. Pryor's mysterious lover, um, missing lover from back in the war, that felt a lot. Times I like a bit more focus on that, to be honest. I liked the aspect, okay, of people kind of struggling with their craft as someone who actually, owns something like this. I like the fact that Kay talked about how crocheting or sewing is good for your mental health. I like that. I like the focus on mental health. But at times, I found Tiffany very, very judgmental. I like the fact that Kay was kind of bogged down in herself a little bit too much. I didn't like the fact that Kay, all her friends, you know how in a lot of books, the book is so basically that one person is the middle of the universe and everyone revolves around that character. I felt that a lot with Tiffany. Basically, Tiffany's friends felt there as props for her. They felt they were there to prop her up. Okay? It felt a bit contrived the kid that Tiffany, even though she's a magical pixie dream girl, has a friend who's a very, very high power solicitor and they can help give Richie out a gale. Okay? And so I like aspects of this book, but I didn't like the whole of the book. Okay? This book felt very, very judgmental and a lot of the threads going into it. Okay? Right. I just bit it as well. A lot of times, okay, the author's politics are really kind of slipping in. Okay? Right. Right. There's a bit, okay, where the ex is basically trying to get into the house, okay? And the girls are like, oh, we can fight back too, you know, we're strong as men. And yeah, that just right, right. And me and Tiffany, Gertie says sharply, what is this medieval times? I bet I'm better at punching people than Leon. No, you're not. No, you're not, Gertie. You're a lawyer. You're a privileged middle class lawyer. You're not. You don't demand your work. Got it. Okay. So, I found this book frustrating. As I said before, the narrative structure. As a debut, it's not bad, but it just felt kind of bogged down in itself, and sometimes both narrative threads kind of go away from each other. But when it was good, it was good. So, WH Miss Fiction Book of the Year 2019. Congratulations, Beth O'Leary. Do I recommend? I don't know, but hey, give it a shot. So anyway, I'm signing off here. Loves to everyone. And bye now.